Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Zenless Zone Zero video, and today we're going to talk about Big Mama Z, Zhu Yuan. Big Mama Z, I'm going with that. Her banner drops in just over a day from the time of me recording this video, so you gotta make a choice. Are you pulling for her, or are you saving for the 1.1 characters? I'm gonna compare the two. We know a lot about the 1.1 characters at this point, but I actually think Big Mama Z is the best investment of the three, and I'm going to show you why I think that in today's video. Now, for my account, this is a big decision because I essentially have the resources to pull for one of these next three characters without spending very much. I have 10,000 polychrome, 10 encrypted master tapes. I can hit soft pity one time, and then if I lose that, I could just buy like one pack and run the laps again. So I'm not in a bad place unless I just want to go for everything. Then I'm in a bad place. I need to make a good choice. I think Mama Z is that choice. Let me tell you why. First, her stats represent a step forward, in my opinion, or at least a different step than the other 5-star assault characters we have in the game. If you look at Nekomata, Soldier 11, and Ellen, all three of those have a base attack around 900, and you know, Mama Z has a base attack around 900 too, 919. She actually has the second highest base attack of the 5-star assault characters, but all of the three that we have right now run about 20% crit rate and 50% crit damage. And as you know, when you're building like in-game gear sets, you're building around crit rate and crit damage. And you want some crit rate, like crit rate's a big deal. You want to get that to a respectable number, but you want about twice as much of that in crit damage. That's really what spike, when you need to crit reliably. Like, don't get me wrong, you must crit reliably, but the higher crit damage you have will help you crit harder. Makes sense, right? Well, look at Mama Z. She's only coming in with 5% crit rate. She addresses that by herself. I'll get to that here in a minute. And her crit damage starts at almost 80%. Like, when you talk about the combination of these two stats, her 5 plus her, let's say 79 here, that's about 84% combined, which is higher than the 70%-ish combined from the other three. So she brings more of the stats that you really want. And she solves her crit rate problem with a huge buff that she got to herself in her additional ability. Now, every other character we have in the game right now procs their additional ability, which is the passive you get from like team comp synergy, by having either another character of the same faction or another character of the same element. Mama Z just needs a support character in your group. That's it. Like, you can have any support character in your group. Done, and you're good to go. When another support character in your squad shares the same attribute or faction, and I actually think this is written wrong, just another support character, you're good to go. You're good to go. And she's going to get 30% crit rate every time she uses her EX special attack, chain attack, or ultimate. This is a big deal. That 30% crit rate, you're going to want to make sure she's got that running, because that puts her at 35, and with how easy that is to proc, you're going to be sitting at like a 35 crit rate and about 80% crit damage just walking into a fight without gear, without W engines, without anything. And her W engine actually might be the best thing that's coming out when her banner drops. This thing is absolutely insane. It has 714 base attack. Okay, that's nice, but 48% crit damage on the stat line, and it increases crit rate by 15%. There's a case to be made, and I'm not making this case today, but I'm saying people are making this case and they're not dumb. Pulling this might be your best like investment period. Throw this on an assault unit. You just gave them 50% crit, 48% crit damage without dupes. If you dupe it out because you're like ultra whaling, that crit rate can go up to 30%. Then there's a bonus skill damage proc you get down here if you're doing ether damage, which if you're running Nicole, a lot of your characters could do ether damage. Like, it's crazy. This thing is so good. Just disregard the ether damage part. The crit rate, crit damage part of this thing's insane. It's her special weapon, so it's even better for her than it is for everybody else. Look, I think she's nuts. That's not all. That's not all. That's not my only argument. Here's what we know so far about Qingyi and Jane Doe. These are our next two 5-star characters coming out in 1.1. Let's start with Qingyi, and I think I'm saying that name right. It's a lot easier to say than Mama Z's real name. She is a stun electric character. Now for me, I already have a 5-star stunning character in Kolita. I use her all the time. Like, stun characters are massively important in this game. If you don't have a stun character that you've invested into at all, if you are waiting for Qingyi because you're like, man, I like that she's like robot android girl and she's a stunner, hey, go for it. Go for it. She's electric stunner. I think she'll probably be pretty good. However, this game right now is focused so hard. Like, the meta of building team comps in this game is like all in on your damage dealers, keep your other characters playable. She's in that keep your other characters playable category. Kolita, a 5-star stun character, I don't even have her at max level. She just comes in, does her, stun build up, gets the heck out of there, so my Soldier 11 or my Ellen can come in and start trucking things again. Then with Jane Doe, oh man, I've called this girl Ellen Doe so many times last few days. With Jane Doe, besides the thighs literally like leaking out, you get an anomaly physical character. Now here's a character that really piques my interest. I believe she will be the second 1.1 banner, but anomaly, I've been all about studying anomaly lately, and physical, she's a DPS character. This is somebody you probably are going to be highly investing in. So why would I think that Mama Z is maybe more valuable to me than Jane Doe? God, I can't. God, it's hard to remember to say that name. Let me show you why. Okay, Jane Doe is a physical unit. You can already see we have physical assault 5-star Nekomata, physical assault 4-star with Corrin, physical assault Billy, physical anomaly Piper. She's another physical anomaly. Like, there is just coverage for this already. I have Piper with dupes. I have Corrin with dupes. I'll hit Nekomata probably sometime eventually. And so, like, even though I'm super intrigued for this character, and I might throw like a few random pulls at her depending on what I have if I'm not trying to save, she doesn't fill a role in my account that I couldn't fill with Piper. And Piper's pretty dang good for a 4-star. So she has a lot of like, she's really going to need to like, her kit's going to need to blow it out of the water to just replace Piper, who's easier to build. Then if we go to lightning characters where Qingyi is, again, coverage. Like, we have so much lightning already, including the new 4-star unit in 1.1, Seth, who's going to be like a lightning defense unit. You'll probably find him in some polls somewhere along the line if you're doing them, but you already have like a lightning stunner in Anby that we're all kind of building already. So the 1.1 characters, unless once we see their full kit breakdowns, are like huge power creep steps over a literal 4-star same role, same element. I feel like they are not bringing something new to the game. Whereas with Big Mama Z, she's the second ether character we're getting. The other one is Nicole, who is a support who by herself triggers, you build Nicole with Big Mama Z. And now, oh look, check that out. You've checked the box on her additional ability. You could put a third character that just fits in here. Put a stunner in, put something in. It doesn't matter. And so like, she brings something new to the game. And that's why I think she's my girl. That's why I'm going to pull for her. I'm going to show you something down here. This site is like, check out this preview. Like, boom, boom. Nice. There's just that was a little gift from me to you at the end of this video. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm pulling for Big Mama Z tomorrow. I might stream it. I've been kind of sick. Like, Baby J's been sick for a week and I definitely got it. Not as bad as him, but I did a live stream the other day. It zapped me. So I'll see about streaming my polls. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, good luck on your polls if you're pulling. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with my thought process here, but that's where I am. And good luck moving me off of that. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Peace.